All right, let's talk about this plastic. Geeks, what's poppin'? Mattel Creations Masterverse Snout Spout. I don't know how I missed the announcement of this bad boy, or maybe I just didn't remember, but I saw somebody post him on Instagram, and man, this figure is phenomenal. Luckily, it wasn't sold out. Of course, because it's Mattel Creations, it's going to come with some awesome presentation. This one's no exception. Lift open lid. Snout Spout, heroic water blasting firefighter. When the dark forces of Eternia pillage towns, Snout Spout charges into the blazing inferno set by their torches to save the villagers from their intruders, be they Skeletor or the evil horde. That's a guy. That's nice. All right, so we open it up, and the same picture that's on the front. There is an insert. Let's see if we turn it over. Oh, yeah, nice backdrop. You can put it on your shelf behind him. Awesome. Then there's the figure himself. Whew. He is a biggin. I believe they said he was 8 inches. Look at that thing, man. That is fabulous. Oh, he's got single jointed elbows. Why is that? The box that was below his feet has his accessories in there. All right, so in that box has accessories. He's got all his hose pieces, an extra set of fists, his backpack, his fire axe, and thank goodness water effects. I thought he's actually going to be able to be filled with water like the old school toy, and I was like, my setup is not made for water. Look at this dude. He is definitely playing varsity freshman year. That is one bad mamma jamma. He almost looks like a bad guy. He looks kind of intimidating. So the head sculpt is gorgeous. Love the details. I did notice over his body, he's got some stray paint. On his chest, he's got, oh, that was dust, but he's got red stray paint there, and then some stray red paint on his trunks. I'm sure I can get that off, so it's not that big of a deal. And the paint on his chest is mostly covered by his head. I like the details here. I like the fact that this transparent plastic is there, and his eyes transparent as well. And this whole helmet is sitting on a peg. There's no head under there. So when you look into the eyes, it's almost like you're seeing through the helmet. It's pretty dope. Going down on his waist, he's got a little temperature gauge. Mattel loving their hot pink in the Masterverse collection lately. Thick thighs, thick biceps. These armbands are sculpted in. They're not movable. He's solid. Pinless knees, single jointed elbows. Not sure why they did that. Could always use a double there. All right, so this head does give you a 360. It's nice and loose. Now his trunk is articulated. It does spin at the top of the snout there. You can get a 360. And at this joint here, you can also get a 360. Then the second joint here. Third joint down here. This one doesn't seem to want to spin. And then there's a fourth piece down here that does spin. So I'm thinking maybe this one spins. Mine's just stuck. But they are articulated at every section. So you can bend it in all different directions and make it look like he's actually whipping that thing around. Head does tilt left and right. Looks down. He does look up, but the snout's kind of heavy, so it brings the head back down. You can tilt it way back, but then it falls. No butterfly joints. Arms get up shoulder height, or yay high as the kids say. Hug range kind of wide. Wingspan definitely healthy, not sick. No doctor needed. The aforementioned single jointed elbows. You don't quite get 90 degrees there. Now watch his shoulder armor. If you spin around at shoulder, you do get 360 degrees around. 360 at the bicep. Nothing at the forearm. 360 at the wrist. Wrist hinges do go north and south. He gives you a bit of kiss in the ring. And kind of gives you a repulsor blast. Upper torso rocker gives him a bit of a crunch. And the wet guy way back, you can lean with it, rock with it, and you can roll with it. Can we get it? Yep, 360 up there. Sometimes these Mattels don't. He also gets 360 at the waist. Thigh cut gives it to you too. Boot cut. And the foot. Man, 360s all around for everybody. If he needs to do a Bambi over the fire, he can. That Rob Van damage is bananas. You can bend with the best of them. Kick if he needs to. Pin those double jointed knees. Can't get close to kicking his own butt because he's got elephant trunk legs, literally, but figuratively. He's also rocking the drop hips. Toe range. Mattel rockers. Hey Mattel, wrestling figures like rockers too. How he height be? They say he's 8 inches, but that's the tip of his ears. The top of his head is a little bit above 7 3/4. Pretty close to 8. There he is next to Ram Man, who is an average height Masterverse figure, about the same size as the He-Man. Hasbro Deluxe Mr. Fix-It, and the 2-pack Juggernaut. FYI, earlier in the video, I had the hose that's right here running from his backpack to his head, attached to the bottom of the axe and that hole in the front. I had it plugged in right here, running to the bottom. Even though it fits that hole there, and it also fits in the hole at the bottom of the axe, that's not where they go. If you look back at the beginning of the video when I had him doing his 360, that the axe was turning, it was very awkward. This is a very short hose. So putting it in there, even though it fits, it makes this arm with the axe not posable because it's like ripping the axe out of his hand. So I look back at the packaging and realize that that hose goes back there. I'm not sure why that hole's there and why the axe has that hole at the end. Maybe for experimentation. All right, so this was, again, Mattel Creations, and it wasn't too expensive. It was about the same price as their deluxe figures you can pick up in the store, about an arm and a leg. Really love the water effects. Looks pretty awesome. As you saw, he's a big dude. He's 8 inches, except for a couple of straight paint marks. I think it's a phenomenal figure. As always, Mattel puts their best foot forward with these Masterverse figures, so not much more to say. All right, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. Make sure to keep tuning back in. Share a link with a friend that loves the plastic like we do. Jump to the comments. Let's talk about this plastic right here. Make sure to join the Facebook group. Name the groups up on your screen. If you're so inclined to do so and able to help the channel out, become a member, 99 cents a month. You get Throwback Thursday videos every Thursday. All right, till next time, geek out.